The man suddenly discovers an easy way to make money without lifting a finger. By pretending to be blind, he can openly beg at the entrance of a temple. When crossing the street, kind strangers even help him along. Using his fake disability, he's also able to live rent-free in government-subsidized housing. But that's not where he stops. Taking advantage of his identity as a piano player, he's invited into people's homes to perform. After all, no one ever lets their guard down around a blind man. What he doesn't know is that this will become the biggest regret of his life. One day, as usual, he goes to play piano at a wealthy man's home to celebrate the man's wife's birthday. But when the door opens, the woman seems reluctant to let him inside. She even claims that he may have gotten the date wrong, but Akash has already received the tycoon's deposit, and there's still a generous final payment waiting after the performance. There's no way he could be mistaken. As the argument drags on, their voices attract the attention of an elderly neighbor. Unwilling to draw suspicion, the woman finally lets him in. After confirming that Akash is truly blind, she relaxes and allows him to sit down at the piano. But not long after he begins playing, he's shocked by what's right in front of him. A dead body is lying in the living room. In that instant, he understands why she didn't want him to come inside. But he can't show panic. He calmly makes an excuse to use the bathroom. As he passes through the living room again, he deliberately steps into spilled red wine to appear more convincingly blind. He hopes the bathroom will give him a moment to steady himself. Instead, it's even more terrifying, because the killer is hiding behind him, holding a gun. Akash is so frightened he barely dares to breathe. One wrong move could expose him and get him killed. Luckily, he stays inside long enough that the man doesn't grow suspicious. When Akash passes through the living room again, he finally realizes the body on the floor belongs to the wealthy man himself. Though panic is tearing him apart inside, he has no choice but to sit down and keep playing the piano. Meanwhile, the woman pretends to call her husband, claiming he'll arrive in 10 minutes. Right in front of Akash, the two of them openly begin disposing of the body. Before long, the man stuffs the corpse into a suitcase, preparing to drag it away and destroy the evidence. The tycoon's wife, Simi, even walks to the front door, trying to create the illusion of welcoming her husband home. She then plays a recording of her husband's voice, pretending to speak with him in front of Akash. After just a few lines, she excuses herself, saying her husband has to step out for urgent business. The man puts on the tycoon's clothes and drags the suitcase out of the house. After leaving the mansion, Akash doesn't go home. Instead, he sits by the roadside, hesitating over whether he should go to the police. The tycoon was a well-known local philanthropist, and whenever he visited the bar where Akash performed, he tipped incredibly generously. Just yesterday, they were laughing and chatting together. Now, the man has been murdered by his own wife. Perhaps fate is pointing him in the right direction. A comment from a nearby lottery vendor pushes him to make up his mind. The vendor asks Akash to help pick a lottery ticket, believing that God favors the blind. After choosing the ticket, Akash finally decides to go to the police and seek justice for the tycoon. When he arrives at the station, Akash tells the officers he wants to report a murder. But the moment the words leave his mouth, he sees the same man who was hiding in the bathroom. And judging by the uniform he's wearing, that man is none other than the police chief. Akash's heart instantly jumped into his throat. Thinking fast, he hurriedly claimed that it was his cat that had been killed. But the chief clearly didn't believe such an excuse. The only blind witness at the crime scene showing up to report a murder right